Beginning. Run. The cubs froze. Saris hit the ground hard, her glowing patterns flickering dangerously. She tried to rise, but the stun toxin paralyzed her limbs. Moro whimpered. Saris? Saris, get up. Rika's ears trembled violently. What do we do? What do we do? Tiv chirped weakly and curled into a shaking ball beside Saris. The Ralvek hunters approached, boots crushing foliage, metallic rifles ready. One hunter chuckled. 3 cubs and a dying ranger. Easy haul. Another aimed at Rika. Bagged the fox first. Saris forced breath into her lungs. Her hand twitched. Her glowing patterns flickered once more. She managed to whisper one word, so faint, yet so sharp it cut through their terror. Run. The cubs heard it as a command, a plea, and a spark of something ancient. They rose. And they ran. Not away. Forward. Straight at the hunters. Middle, the cubs. Rika moved first, a streak of glowing orange, her tiny claws slicing over a hunter's visor. He roared, blinded, stumbling backward as sparks flew. Moro charged next, letting out a deep ursine growl from a body far too small to contain such fury. He slammed into a hunter's leg, knocking the armored giant off balance. Tiv followed, slithering fast, biting down on exposed wiring near a hunter's knee joint. Electronics crackled. The hunter collapsed with a scream. Saris, still paralyzed, stared in disbelief. The cubs had never been trained for combat. They were young, innocent, yet something primal had awakened in them, perhaps born from fear, perhaps from loyalty, perhaps from love. But the hunters recovered quickly. Stun the hatchlings, one barked. And finish the ranger. A wave of plasma bolts tore through the clearing. The cubs scattered, but the hunters advanced relentlessly. Rika darted between roots, too fast to track. Moro tried to shield Tiv behind his larger frame, but a stun blast struck the ground beside them, sending both tumbling. Saris screamed inside her mind, her body refusing to obey. She had sworn her life to protect them, and now she was helpless. Then, a distant, thunderous roar shook the forest. The hunters paused. Saris's eyes widened. No, that couldn't be. From the depths of the grove, trees snapped, roots tore free, and a massive shadow emerged. A matriarch graven, a towering beast, twice the size of a shuttle, covered in crystalline armor plates. Normally peaceful, normally gentle. But today its eyes burned with feral, maternal fury. Because the cubs were under its protection too. The hunters scrambled. Retreat protocol. Too late. The graven charged. Hunters scattered like insects, tossed like rag dolls as the beast smashed through them. Its roar rattled the very bones of the planet. But one hunter remained standing, their leader, armored in reinforced plating, wielding a high-output plasma cannon. They aimed directly at the graven's heart. Saris's blood ran cold. No! She forced strength back into her limbs, rage overcoming paralysis. She dragged herself upright and threw her damaged body between the hunter and the graven. The hunter fired. The blast struck Saris square in the chest. She flew backward, hit the ground, and didn't move. The cub screamed. Rika, Saris, Moro, get up. Tiv, pee please. The graven froze, seeing her fall, and something inside it broke. Its roar grew so loud the entire grove vibrated. It stomped forward, absorbing plasma fire like raindrops, its crystal armor glowing with internal energy. Hunters retreated in panic, firing wildly, unable to stop the mountain of rage bearing down on them. Rika leaped onto the hunter leader's back, biting exposed wiring. Tiv crawled underneath, delivering static shocks through its armored joints. Moro slammed into the hunter's legs with all his strength. Together, tiny bodies fought an armored titan. "Get off me," the hunter shouted, swinging wildly. But when they knocked the hunter's helmet loose, the graven struck. One colossal hoof crashed down. Silence. The battle ended. Only the sounds of the trembling forest remained. End. Aftermath and the rise of the cubs. The forest glowed dimly as the graven lowered its massive head beside Ceres. It nudged her gently, humming in deep resonance. Ceres's chest rose, then fell, faint but alive. The toxin had nearly stopped her heart. The cubs rushed forward, crying, nuzzling her, pleading. Ceres's eyes fluttered open. "Cubs, are you safe?" Rika wiped her glowing tears. "We protected you, Ceres. We protected each other." Tiv chirped proudly. "We fought a hunter." Moro puffed out his chest. "And we won." Ceres smiled weakly. "I saw you were brave, all of you." The graven lay beside her, humming softly, forming a protective circle around them. But the forest was not done. A dozen Xiran rangers sprinted into the clearing, weapons drawn, eyes wide as they saw the carnage. Shattered metal, destroyed drop pods, fallen hunters. And in the center, Ceres, wounded but alive. The cubs standing fiercely in front of her, and the graven watching over them like a guardian deity. Captain Wren stepped forward. "Ceres, by the stars, what happened here?" Ceres breathed deeply, her voice soft but steady. "They attacked the cubs. I fell. And the cubs." She looked at the little defenders. They rose. The rangers stared in awe. Rika stepped forward, trembling but determined. Ceres said to run. "But we didn't want to leave her." Moro added, "We're little, but we're not helpless." Tiv nodded vigorously. "We're a team." The rangers exchanged looks of respect and disbelief. Captain Wren knelt before the cubs. "You three are young," he said, "but today you acted like true protectors of Valrun." The cubs stood taller. The graven rumbled approvingly. Wren turned to Ceres. "And you saved them even after you fell." Ceres closed her eyes. "I would fall 1,000 times for them." Wren placed a hand on her shoulder. "You won't have to again. We're reinforcing the entire grove. The hunters will never set foot here again." The rangers lifted Ceres gently, carrying her toward the healing outpost. The cubs followed, each refusing to leave her side. As they walked, the graven bellowed once, an echoing call that resonated through the forest, through the mountains, through every living creature on Valrun. A call of victory, a call of unity, a call of protection. And Valrun answered. The glowing canopy brightened. The roots pulsed. The air vibrated with energy. Because today, the cubs had risen. And their single word, run, had changed everything. Weeks later, Ceres stood at the edge of the grove, fully healed. The cubs lined up proudly in front of her. She wrapped them in her arms. "Thank you," she whispered, "for running when I told you to and for not running when it mattered." Rika wagged her glowing tail. "We'll always protect you, Ceres." Moro grinned. "And each other," Tiv squeaked. "We'll grow stronger. Promise." Ceres smiled, tears in her glowing patterns. "You already are." Above them, the graven watched from the cliffs, letting out a soft, rumbling call. The forest glowed brighter, and for the first time in a long time, the world of Valrun felt safe. For its protectors, both big and small, had proven their courage. She hit the ground, but the cubs rose. And with a single word, they changed the fate of an entire world.